So I'd like to start out asking a couple questions about the Kimberley process, which I know was implemented in 2002, and it was designed to break the connection between the illicit transactions and armed conflict. And how well has this policy taken place, or how well has it been?
So the Kimberley process is supposed to, for every little nugget of a rough diamond. So if a guy finds a half carat or less muddy rough diamond in a river someplace in Angola, it's supposed to be tracked all the way until you buy it at Zales. That's very difficult to do. The analogy would be CITES for wildlife stuff, exports. CITES has a hard time, and they're dealing with bigger things, tusks and furs. You can imagine how difficult it is to do with little bits of rock. So I think what happens is some countries in the West that import diamonds are a little more careful than they used to be with the Kimberley process. But there's still so much fraud going on because it's so easy to move a diamond from maybe a restricted country to a non-restricted country. So you have countries exporting diamonds, and there's no diamonds that actually occur naturally in the country. So it's easy to fake tags, it's easy to bribe people to get tags. I think awareness is what happened, and that probably decreased the diamond flow. And also some of these civil wars ended. So in Angola, the demand by rebels for guns and things to sell for diamonds is lower. Sierra Leone, Ivory Coast, or Cote d'Ivoire, the rebel groups are smaller. So you probably have less supply of bad diamonds. It's very tough to stop this kind of stuff. States in Africa have a very hard time enforcing that kind of trade. They have a hard time enforcing because the people that enforce are paid not very much. It's easy to transport across country boundaries. So in fact, this is tough to regulate. Companies, if they have an incentive to do it for themselves, which again is De Beers. I mean, I've looked for the data that say what are the blood diamond flows these days. It's hard to find data. It's hard to find data on illegal activity because it's illegal. So it's hard to find real numbers. Again, I think awareness on everybody's part, from the company to the governments to the buyers. There are more buyers asking the Zales jeweler, is this a blood diamond? In fact, it's almost impossible to say whether it is or isn't, because at any point in that process, if it is an illegal blood diamond, it could have been tagged as okay. So as a purchaser, you can ask for it. Pretty tough to know if it's actually not a blood diamond.